And we are back on Endor, but in a different era. We're calling this the post-Inferno Squad era. I don't want to call it the sequel era because of some of my issues with those movies. But right now, as you can see, as we zoom right on in here too, we are following Kylo Ren and the First Order. As right now, he is recovering the burnt helmet of his grandfather and idol, Darth Vaders. We'll go ahead and zoom in here so you can take a look and see the helmet. In The Force Awakens, we saw that he did have the helmet, but we never quite got a clear idea why or how. Well, we knew why, but we never got an idea of how he got it. So I decided to depict that in MOC form. And you know what? This kind of let me use Kylo Ren, Captain Phasma, and some of the First Order troopers, as you can see them in the background, since one of those MOCs, a MOC using those characters is very rare these days for, as I mentioned before, how The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker were considered meh. We'll just call it meh. Right now, as we take a look here, as he's picking up the helmet after finding it buried below, the grunts surrounding, looking onward, Captain Phasma kind of by his side there in the back as well too. Right now, what I have is I have him surrounded by different types of foliage pieces throughout. I have a few smaller trees right here as well too, just simple, quick builds using the light brown circle pieces and some different tree leaves. For the bigger trees, I just kept it simple. I used the trees from the Endor diorama just because they were already made. It was quick and they don't take up too much space on this MOC, since the main priority of the MOC is right down here with Kylo Ren on the ground level, not necessarily the trees. However, if we do take a look up in here, we will see we have an onlooker in this tree. We have ourselves an Ewok peeking through here, watching the First Order scavenge through their planet. This little fella definitely is about to take them on in a battle. He's going to go ahead and stay hiding in the trees. They already dealt with fighting stormtroopers once before, and once was plenty enough. We're going to go back down here to ground level now, and I want to take a look at some of the other small things I tossed in here. You see right there, a little piece of a cannon. Right there, if you look closely, buried underneath, see a little bit of the angle piece. Then we're going to spin this around. If you look around, there's different remnants of a speeder bike that I kind of have in here buried under the foliage. There's the handles, the back seat, the other edge. Just throughout, I wanted to add little remnants from the speeder bike, kind of just showing like there's still leftover debris and things from the Battle of Endor, because, well, the rebels probably didn't stick around to help them clean up all that much, I'd imagine. So I think leaving the speeder bikes around is just like a reminder of the battle as well too, and with the grass growing over as time has moved on, how far ahead in the future we are. So we look around, I added a black border throughout, thought it kind of just gave a little bit of a sleek look to the rest of it. And as far as the foliage goes, I wanted to use different types of foliage pieces, different angles, different colors, just because I think it makes it look a little bit more natural as well too. I mean, anyone who's kind of been into a forest knows that it's not really linear, it's not really symmetrical, it's kind of just a mess of nature as well. So we'll go and spin around here, take a look at some of the other angles, different color parts as well, different areas where it's thicker, thinner as well. This is kind of to depict like, hey, depending on how farther you look, things can change as well. So this is looking deep into the forest, but not missing the trees is what we're going at. Here on the little walking path that they have formed as they found out where Vader was buried after he was burned at the end of Return of the Jedi. And then here we'll take just a quick look again, just take a look at the whole thing. This MOC was pretty fun to build, I would say. I think, like I mentioned earlier, I dislike a whole lot of things about the sequel trilogy, like a lot of people do. But I really did like what they started with the First Order in the Force Awakens, as well as Kylo Ren, Captain Phasma. I think these are still some really cool characters and some incredible Lego parts as well too. I really like them in that form. So I think there's some potential for some creative storytelling with them in Lego MOC form. Definitely, probably not a whole lot to rebuild on large scales as far as like the battles from the movies. Those have already been done, and well, those movies, they don't need to be retold anymore anyway. But let us know down below what you think and what other MOC ideas you may want to see in the future. Feel free to blast the like and subscribe button. It's free, helps us out a bunch. Right now, I'll go and leave you on a short cinematic of this MOC. It's just to get a little bit better look at some of the details, and we will see you all again next time.